Yes, it's all about people eventually. When we're looking 10, 15, 20 years down the line, the world is going to be a very different place demographically wise. We are heading into peak youth. We are heading into a situation when we're going to have less and less birth rates and fertility rates are going down. And somewhat around more than 40 years from here, we're going to reach peak people. The number of people on the planet is going to peak, where our demographic is going to be very different. We're going to have a much aging society going forward, while the number of 65 plus and above will double from here in the coming decades, while the number of 25 and below is actually going to go down. Same time, we are seeing massive urbanization trend. We are seeing the way that a big change in the way that people are working. We're seeing immigration. We're seeing massive changes all over places that can impact societies. So we have to look 10, 20 years down the line about how societies are going to shape up rather than the coming quarter or coming couple of weeks.
So 50 stocks that stand to benefit. Just how widespread are these names across various markets? And are we talking about companies that are huge market leaders already just doubling down on their strength?
So of course, so we're talking about many industries that are going to be impacted and actually offer solution to all those big megatrends that we offered. If we are talking about, for example, in quality, we are seeing consumer stock, which are going to be impacted. If we are talking about the aging environment, that there are going to be more and more people that are going to retire later. We are talking about the financial services, same time about healthcare. So it's quite wide. We are also looking at technologies that could help some of those issues going forward, peak fertility and so on. So it's very widespread, and we've highlighted many companies in many industries because all those 10 megatrends are facing different environments, different sectors altogether. You cannot compare, for example, aging society to immigration. Those are two different sectors which are going to be impacted very differently. So if the environment is going to look very different and societies are going to shape up in a very different way, so we're looking at many industries how to play that.
Hi, very good morning to you, or very late evening to you, obviously in New York. Is it morning? Yes, it is morning still. Yes. In terms of these trends, though, I hear what you're saying, and absolutely it all makes sense so far about global demographics and long-term age changes and what have you. But does that mean our viewers really have to hold their stocks for a much longer period to realise the gains? Because it is something I'm seeing across other arenas of investment, other types of investment moments, that everybody's asking for longer holding periods.
Thematic investing is all about looking at the future. It's not looking at the next quarterly numbers. If we believe that 1.4 billion people will immigrate from urban areas to live in cities, that's not going to happen tomorrow. But that's going to be a megatrend that more than 20% of the current world population is going to move to cities. You have to do the work right now. If we do believe that the number of 65 plus will double, you have to do the work right now, and you have to have a very long-term view. And that goes across thematic investing. So part of it is, of course, climate related, part of it is technological related. But what we keep arguing is when you are so focused on the short term, and the current market direction is definitely make us to be more focused on the short term, you miss the bigger picture here. And the bigger picture is that demographic is changing, societies are changing, climate-related issues are impacting the world, and you can be so distracted by the short-term noises, and the short-term noises are big. I can't dismiss that you really miss the big picture over here.